Well, that shit crashed, but that's alright. We're having issues with shit crashing, so it's fun. Um, but basically, what I'm thinking is it's like rounded tabs, rounded, just kind of all around. So gotta figure out how to do that. I'm thinking, I guess these are X scale and offset. Can you like pick the sides that you want it to be rounded, or do you have to just kind of do the whole thing? Interesting. Offset. What does that do? Nothing, apparently. That might be a bit difficult to make happen. Alright, well. This is all UI garbage. That, whatever. In the grand scheme of things, not that important. I think I'll just go ahead and then add some more buttons just for the hell of it. I'll put the left. I'm thinking basically for mobile, left and right buttons might be easier to get your thumbs to instead of coming up here and having to click these. So I want to, in the detail frame, I'll add. Maybe it's better to have them down here because then you have access to the layout, I'm thinking. So we'll just have an image button. Oh, is it gonna be like, that's strange. So maybe it does need to just be in the frame up here, but I don't know if that's going to mess with, oh no, okay, you can just sort of overlay it. Cool. I'm thinking then it will kind of exist probably about halfway down. So, you know, I'm gonna say 0.5 down. And then the thing is, you gotta change the anchor point. So we'll make it also 0.5 so it's actually centered the grid it's in. And we'll call this one just like player detail left button. And we'll make an image for it at some point, but then let's just, I always forget, it just puts it at the top level, paste into, sorry, actually here. So I have two left buttons, but this one we want to be all the way over, and then its anchor point is, I was thinking like I could kind of have it coming off the screen, or like off the kind of floating. If that makes sense, like not completely aligned, just like kind of halfway or something, just to give it like more depth, like maybe in -20. I like that. Sure, we'll do like -20 or something for this one. 20 anchor point, -1 or 1. It's kind of floating, and then of course this will be right button. All this will do is make it so if you click these, it will move, across. So we can go ahead and add that in here. We need to grab the left and right button out of the detail frame. So I have our detail frame right here. That's actually the view. We have the detail frame right here. We can grab the player detail right button out of the player detail frame, as well as the we should just copy that, basically make it the left button. And then in the detail view controller, we can expose another, so we'll call it handle nav button click. Or maybe we could have a right and a left, so there. I mean, you're just calling next or previous, basically, right? Right. I don't want to I think I'm handle right button click, and it'll really just need the detail view layout. Also, at some point, maybe I can sort of pass the reference around. I don't know if that's any better, really, but I could have this is the local detail view layout, which is the middle to start, and then maybe there's a init that takes it in and then makes that. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I want to abstract this functionality out or something, but for right now, this works. So I'll just say next. Right. Let's say left. Previous. Okay. Cool. And then you can just do. So you got the detail view controller. You can do the player detail left button dot mouse button one connect the this function to it. Oh, not button up. Button click. So this is the left button. So it will want the controller to handle the left button click, and then the right button click. I will go ahead and connect that function to it, and basically the same thing, right? But instead we'll handle the right button. And in theory, when we open up, I forgot to make it invisible, but invisible. Oh, that needs to work. Why not? Set the index nil with next and previous. Really? Does this still work? Okay, so that still works. But those buttons don't work. So maybe I'm misunderstanding how the previous and next works. Alright, let's do a little look up here. I figured that next it's really weird. My head is. It should work. Right? It's telling me that there's nothing to go to next. Alright, let me read the message a little bit more thoroughly. I mean, index nil. Oh, I know why. Hold on. I didn't pass it the frickin' layout. Oh, okay. There we go. I mean, you might as well make it circular if you just have to tap faster with the right finger or something. Yeah, and yeah, so basically making it circular means that you can like index past the last one and it will just take you back to items, I would assume. Yeah, okay. Lovely. You can do the same, going back to items, stats. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. Cool. So and then the final thing is I want to get a put an X button to close this. So I'll just do another image. I'll do kind of make it a little we'll call it the clarity type close button. And this bad boy is going to be, I'm thinking just 50 by 50, all the way over, anchor point just in the top right there, or it could even be just like, that might be a little weird. Nope. Just maybe 25. Oh, I see. Goes in there. So it kind of pops out just a tiny bit. You know, make it red, and it will say X. Maybe we can make it. Yeah, there you go. It's a cool one. Yeah, it's really just whatever you're feeling. Probably one of the thicker ones. I think Frederick one was honestly Fredoka. Make it bold. So we're to make it bigger. Is it like a font size variable? Text bounds. Text size. I guess it could be like 24. Okay, cool. And then, of course, corners. Come on. Yep. I don't understand how this works, but scale. Oh, okay. What's the offset? Like 0.8. I don't really understand. I don't understand what this does. So it's 0.2. Does not do anything. So confused. Oh, interesting. You know, I'm not really sure. I'll read up on that, but there you go. Don't hate it. And then we'll get the close button. Put it with the other buttons. I'm probably going to break this up at some point, but close button. And we'll have another module function. Where we'll probably need the player detail frame. Oh, I realized I messed up my naming conventions in here. These are variables, my guy. Come on now. Close button, so the player detail frame, which is a frame, and we will just say player detail frame dot visible is false. Okay. And then we need to actually connect that functionality, so player close button, mouse click 1, connect the function to it. That is player detail view controller, and a close button. And you need the player detail frame. And now this should handle a decent amount of the functionality you'd want in a sort of inventory shop stat GUI. I kind of want stats to be next to items, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal right now. You can close it, you can open it. Wonderful, looks great. And then the other thing I like to test is I thought there was like a fast way to reset yourself. I guess not. Is that when you respawn or anything happens to the character, this still works. That's actually something I've found out is that why you want to put it in character scripts, because like player connects, they don't have a character yet, and then you could run these scripts, right? And you would have to do a bunch of wait for childs if you wanted to just directly reference all of this stuff. But if you want to actually handle things related to the character, the GUI or whatever, you want to put it in character scripts. So you can kind of get this direct access instead of using wait for childs. You can just use dot notation. But yeah, besides, let me make this invisible and then play one more time and just show that. Click it, it opens. Oh, interesting. Did we get a click there? Or was that just kind of unlucky? Okay, I think it picked up the click. No, okay. Might have double clicked. Boom, boom, boom. Close it. You can reopen it. Oh, that's cool. So it'll stay where you were. So if you're on shop and you close, you open, still shop. Yeah, I don't hate that. Alright. That's cool. And then these buttons don't do anything right now. But I'll figure something out. I might bring it just like directly to these instead, and then we'll just kind of set the one that you're on. Next thing I guess is I can make some arrow assets. I guess if that really is the biggest deal, but I was gonna clean this up, but I don't know. That's just gooey work. I don't really care about that. I want to put some items in here, and I want to kind of figure out a way to store player data. So like ideally, you aren't gonna really have any items when you start necessarily. And I want to find a way to just like on load, give myself a item to display as well as a stat maybe. I'm thinking down the road, right? You get XP, you level up your stats. You can go and view those, and then you can look at items, equip items. I'm thinking in the items tab that you have sort of maybe like they do the thing where you can see your character right here, and then maybe it has all the items over here, and then this is like what you're wearing. Maybe that's in stats. Maybe this is just like player. And your items. Not sure, but one thing I just want to make sure these buttons aren't too big. Let me actually see what some of these look like on. Yeah, so it'd be kind of massive on a phone here, but not awful. I definitely want them smaller. Alright, let me go on Figma real fast and just make an arrow icon, and I just want to size those. Because the frames that I put in here are dependent on, because you don't want these to, well, they're not going to be solid squares. They're not going to take up that much space, so it's really not that big of a deal, but, and yeah, pro tip, Figma, great for making just tiny little assets. What is happening? Oh man. I don't remember my Figma password. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. What the heck is going on? What? What is going on? Okay, cool. Sorry, I can't really see what I'm doing over here, but maybe I can make that. I got an idea. Let me make a new source. And I could throw it over there. So screen capture. I'll add. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. Add one. Add a new source. Call this one Figma. It'll be the second screen. Done. So there we go. Alright, so this is what I use for like anytime I make assets. It's kind of jank, but there was like a it's weird. So you can see it's from in the backpack. This is a logo for a website. Hamburger menu. CTA. So I think I might just use this kind of asset right here that I already have. I could just use an arrow and then style the rest of it in. I don't know what we're thinking it. Let me just export this. And you can export it as a SVG. I think I just do PNG. So boom. And then, so downloaded that. Now we'll go back over to Roblox Studio. And we'll come down to the right button. Just looking for an image, and we'll add one. Things I downloaded, the call to action, create. And there you go. So that works. Big, definitely is. And I don't want I want it to not have a background, so there you go. And I'm thinking we put some max constraints on it, which we can do with the size constraint. We'll say 50. Yep. It's kind of boring. Thinking maybe like a white arrow and a blue square or something would be better, like in a square that matches the X. So go back over to Figma here. So this call to action has the arrow in it. I just copy and paste it out. This is arrow 2. We'll just move it out. And I'm thinking we just make this white, obviously. And then, I don't really care what it's named. Arrow 2 works. And then, let's go back to Roblox here. And so this is boring. I'm thinking instead we do arrow 2. We'll call this just white arrow. And then in the button itself, we can do a background. It's got light blue color. I don't hate making it transparent. I kind of actually think that would be kind of like that. See now, okay, so the arrow is going to take up all of the space, which I guess I could just put it in a frame. Because I kind of want the arrow to be smaller than the space it's in. Right, so yeah, right. I'm gonna have to change up the structure a bit. Or can I do like a border? Like 10. That kind of looks weird. Or kind of make it Okay, I have an idea. So it's kind of small. 30-30. Border color is the same light blue and 20. I don't hate it. Why is it like a white line going through it? But whatever. So then probably the same. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bit extreme. I kind of want to give you some transparency as well. Maybe not that much transparency. Maybe no transparency. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe just make it solid. Maybe just like the tiniest amount of transparency, actually. But see, that's the thing. I always get caught up with these small details on the GUI, which stops you from doing the actual work. But this right button, I'm thinking. So we're actually gonna have a frame here that is gonna have the same positioning. So one and a half, and then this. Anchor point is that. And we put the detail button in it. Where we change the anchor point back in the position to zeros. So we'd want it in the center of the frame. Kind of. Or what do you want all the way to the right? It doesn't matter. But basically, so we'll have this be, 30-30. And we'll have the frame be, 50-50. And this guy will position himself halfway, which, because of its anchoring, it makes it kind of weird, so we actually want it to be 1.5 here, I think. Yep. I think that worked. Yep, it's nice and centered. And we move the corner here. And give it a background color of this. And make it transparent. What is going on? What? It seems like it has corners on the arrow still. Oh man, and then what did I do? What happened? I think it's more that I just want a button with nothing. Hold on. Alright. Hold on. So. Got our frame here, right? Oh, I think I know why there was an issue, but it's great. So the frame's here. Oh, I was changing the wrong colors. Okay, looks good. Okay, actually, let me do with the detail left button real quick because I think I know what I want to do here. And it's actually going to be this is just like a generic button, but I think I can make a text button. And the overall button is 350. Well, I want to make it responsive at some point, so I'm going to put the constraint on it where it's 50-50. Right, so it's 50-50, and then we're going to position it right, -20 back. I'm going to do -25, so it lines up. Well, we don't know if it will, ever, always, so let's just do 20, really arbitrary. 0.5 down, anchor it at what was it, 0.5, so it's halfway, and that should line up with the detail frame in the middle of it, yes. So what we're going to do is get rid of the text in here, right? And then add some corners, right? I think it's 2. What I have is a 2. I don't know. What do you have in here? 0.2. We'll make it blue, right? A little transparent. And then we'll put an image in there. That needs a size constraint of, I think you said 30, right? Put the white arrow, no background, and then we just gotta center and flip it. And this will be player detail button left, I think, right? And then we'll put another one on the right. I think that's what it was called. Player detail left button. Cool. Yeah, I think you can rotate it a full 180. And then the position would be 0.5.5 with 0.5.5 anchors, I believe. Boom. There you go. Okay, nice. Not awful. Still seems kind of big, but I think those are fine. And so copy him, paste it into here, call it the right button, and we'll move the position to all the way over. It's -3, so 20 sticking out like the other one. And then, yeah, halfway down, position halfway. Should line up with that in the middle, yep. And then we just need to flip our label back to nothing. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then everything should work. I kind of like it not touching. What did I do with the close button anchor point? Where would it be if it's at 0? Here. Where would it be if it was at 0? Sitting off, I'm assuming. So I think I can mess up the X anchor point. I think it was like what, 0.75? Ah. That should line up with that button, which I like. The UI, UX developer in me. And then I think this would just be 0.25 then. Yeah, so it doesn't exactly touch